just a Formula One car. So that's the car which you're seeing. It goes up to 180 kilometers per hour. It's clearly a racing car. It has a Yamaha R6 engine. The project cost about 15 lakhs for the students. They worked very hard on it for about 1 year. So if it is put into production, it would cost about 5 lakh rupees per car. It's not too bad actually, because the price of Formula One car is exorbitant. This car was submitted at the Formula Student Competition at Leicester in UK last year, and this year the same competition will be held at Silverstone. And joining me now is Pratik Gandhi, who is a student of the team. He's a student of Delhi College of Engineering, and he's part of the team that made this special car. Welcome to our show, and congratulations, Pratik. How was the experience? Building a car completely from scratch must not have been easy.
It was of course not easy. It was a completely different kind of experience we had. We had no knowledge here how to build actually a racing car. So from scratch we started, then we designed the car. Then after designing, we went on to the prototyping of the car. Then we tested on those things, and then actual fabrication of the car, and then bringing it out.
So what's the idea behind creating a completely new car? The technology for car is always there. I mean, why do you want to reinvent the wheel, if I may say so?
Basically, okay, we are reinventing the wheel, but the difference is that the research work we put in it is giving us a lot of experience. So that is one good thing. We learn a lot, and then we have the industrial interaction which we have during the manufacturing of the car. So that's like experiencing everything while you are still in college.
You have produced a racing car, a Formula One car. You also have examples of other technology experts who are developing cars that run on air, that can run underwater. Now, you must have been aware of these projects as well. Have your team also looked at doing things with running a car with air solutions?
Yeah, actually innovation is always there. If you are building a racing car, we were also thinking of doing more innovative things in it. So projects like these I think are really good for the community, for the industry, for the automotive industry in the future.
But a lot of the technology, if it's made indigenously, doesn't actually reach the industry, because when you say that you develop something new, often what happens is that the industry does not feel it's good enough to be put into commercial space. Now what happens then?
Whenever you're developing something, you have to, of course, think about it that it has to be commercially viable. And if you're not developing something, you are doing something innovative, but that is not commercially viable, that's of no use. So doing things and then interacting with the industry and setting the right platform so that you actually get the exposure and your product actually gets into manufacturing.
You know, we have seen this example of a car which runs underwater. I know you're not involved in this particular project, but would there be a market for a car like this in India?
I think so. Will, of course, floods coming in every part of India. If such a car gets into production, it would have high sales.
It would have high sales. Yeah. Now tell me, as an engineer, how would you insulate the engine from the water if you were to create a car which can run at water levels of 4 to 5 feet?
I guess the main problem, it won't be a problem of insulating the car. The main problem which they will be facing is of the heat which could not be dissipated. So that is one thing, and I guess this person has done a really credible job to build that thing.
You know, we also keep talking about mileage. Of course, your car is known to be the fast car, the fastest running car. Now, when you talk about 180 kilometers per hour, did you actually drive the car at this speed for your test run?
Yeah, actually, this speed we just got once while we were testing it, but mostly it crossed 100 quite a lot of times. The only difficulty with our car was that we couldn't get longer straight stretches. If we could have, then maybe it could have touched 200.
And you participated in the competition at Leicester?
Yeah.
What was the experience like?
It's a wonderful thing going there, talking to people who come from everywhere in the world. People come from like 70 countries to that particular competition.
There must have been a lot of people better than you, of course, over there.
Of course, the teams were doing pretty well there, and we were like,
how did you fare?
We got second in the cost analysis even, but other than that, in the dynamic events, we did pretty well. And the most important thing was the learning experience there. We could learn so much things from them, the technology they are using, which are not available in India as such as now.
But you have been working closely with the industry as well.
Yeah.
Which are the companies that are helping you, that help you in this project?
Yeah, we have been greatly helped by Tata Motors, and then there are companies like Bosch, NTS, which give us quite a lot of sponsorship in kind. They help us in our project work. So these are the companies which actually put us, and then there's EPCL Speed that helps us monetarily as well. So these companies are actually promoting us to do research work in our college.
But tell me, I also believe that the money which we cost for the entire project was about 16 lakh rupees, but I understand that the students also had to put in their own money.
Yeah, of course, in a project of this big scale, you have to put in something because there are costs which you cannot actually define to the company that you are incurring this cost. So for all those costs, we have to put in our own money, and there's always shortage of money.
How do you manage it? How much money do you guys put in?
We put in something like 2.5–3 lakhs from our pockets, or 12 or 12 or
so that per head comes to about 20,000 rupees.
Yeah.
So when you get that money, your parents must be saying that, why do you want to spend money? We're already spending money on education. You want to spend it on this.
But that's what it is about. The competition is about. You won't feel bad after spending this much of money because the kind of experience you gain after it. And of course, parents are always ready to help if you are learning something good.
Tell us about your college. Your college seems to be becoming a center for automotive technology. There are 4 teams, I understand, which work on cars. Now tell us about those 4 teams.
Actually, now there are even one more team is coming up, the 5th team, the solar car project. And we have a good amount of mechanical projects that have been headed by our HOD, Mr. S. Maji. So there was a project on hybrid vehicles, which is one of the most nicest projects our college had in recent times. Then we had our own project, Formula Student, which is about developing a race car. Then we have a project on development of all-terrain vehicles. So
that's mine.
Then there's a project on super mileage vehicles. So everybody is putting in something to give innovations to the industry.
One final question to you, Pratik. We've seen examples of students like you making cars. We've also seen examples of illiterate mechanics who develop cars. So you've seen innovation at different levels. Now, in your view, what can be done by the industry and the government to ensure that such innovations, these new wonderful cars have been produced, and people have loads of ideas about it? How can we encourage them at every level, not only at the student level, but maybe at the mechanic level as well?
Yeah, it's always there that you have to approach the company and you have to convince them. That's the most difficult task you are actually doing. But if you are actually able to reach the right person, then it's not difficult, and the company is always ready to help you.
Right. Thanks very much, Pratik, for joining us, and thanks very much for watching this show. Examples of wonder cars which have been developed in India by students, by mechanics, so people who are not really experts on this, but they have this basic knowledge, innate knowledge of how to make a wonderful car, be it a supercar which does 180 kilometers underwater, powered by air, or something which can give you super mileage as well. Thanks for watching our show.